What if I told you that a 15-year-old kid once body slammed prime Shaq to the ground, all 7 feet, 350 pounds of him? You'd think, who the is this kid? That teenager was Glenn Big Baby Davis. That's right, the Celtics fan favorite, known for trucking kids after game winners, once put Shaq down for the count. One night, Davis went to eat dinner at a mentor's house when he just happened to see Shaq there. Shaq, who was probably just messing around, challenged the teenager to a friendly wrestling match. The huge duo hit the backyard for their showdown. Shaq thought that this would be barbecue chicken. There aren't too many people on the planet who can move a 350-pound 7-footer. Unfortunately for Shaq, Glenn Davis is one of those people. Big Baby not only won, he lifted Shaq and body slammed him to the ground in that backyard. At 15 years old, he was this big. Big Baby has been at least 300 pounds since high school. He was a gargantuan athlete. In a few years, the teenager who whooped Shaq would make it to the NBA and even become Shaq's teammate for a year. This is a ClutchPoints original documentary on why Glenn Davis had to be paid to lose weight and why his massive size was more of a problem for himself than for his opponents. When he was born, Glenn Davis was a walloping 14 pounds. From there, the nickname Big Baby stuck. When he was 9, he wanted to play in a youth football league, but at 5'6", 160 pounds, he was forced to play in the next league up, against kids 3 years older than him. In high school, he was a 3-sport star and got as big as 370 pounds. Imagine a 370-pound running back charging at you on the football field. That was Glenn Davis. College football recruiters told him that he'd have a future in the NFL. Not many teams would have turned down a speedy 300-pound battering ram of a running back. But instead, he stuck to basketball. And in college, Davis dominated at LSU. He was named the 2006 SEC Player of the Year as a sophomore. He had shaved off some pounds since high school, and that year he was down to 320. Just for reference, the average weight of an NFL offensive lineman is about 315 pounds. Davis weighed in at 320, and he was bullying college basketball players in the post. The Celtics ended up drafting him in 2007, and when they re-signed him in 2009, they knew that Davis needed to trim down if he wanted to stay in the league. And they had good reason. Davis was filled with potential. He brought energy off the bench in bulk for the Celtics' 2008 title. So his contracts included incentives for Big Baby to stay swole. The Celtics would give him an additional $500,000 if Davis met certain weight checkpoints throughout the season. What the checkpoints were and whether or not Davis actually met those checkpoints has never been made public. What we do know is that the Celtics kept him for only a couple more years before trading him to the Orlando Magic, the very same team that he had his greatest career moment against. We also know that in 2013, while on the Magic, Davis finally hit his goal weight of 300 pounds. Davis was coming off a broken foot that he rehabbed for 10 months. During that time, he changed his lifestyle and his diet to get all the way down to 300. 300 might sound like a lot, but Davis admitted that this was the lightest he'd been since the 8th grade. A couple of years later, he dealt with ankle and foot issues that eventually ended his career, injuries that Davis believed were caused by his weight. Since being overweight can be career-altering, Davis isn't alone in receiving an incentive to slim down. During his time with the Heat, Mario Chalmers reportedly would receive nearly $20,000 if he just showed up to Summer League and went through a team conditioning program. Staying in shape is crucial for an NBA player. Glenn Davis faced an uphill battle against weight his entire life. And in the NBA, the physical demands of the sport took its toll. Davis worked hard over the years to get his weight down, but in the end, it's ultimately what ended his career. And it's why NBA teams will always have contract clauses and incentives for players to drop weight. It makes for a funny headline, but careers might depend on it.